Hi there. This message is for pile number 1. So I have here your ancestors present who would like to speak. Now keep in mind that this can be people from of old, people that maybe you've never met, had no idea about. This is also family of choice. It doesn't necessarily have to be family by bloodline, okay? Although it usually is affiliated that way, I do feel like we just have our family of choice as well. So people that we hold near and dear, dear friends, or people marrying into the family, anything like that, okay? Let's find out what they have to say. Okay, the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who is after the truth and nothing but the truth, and I feel like this is representing you. And I do feel like throughout your lifetime, you've always been one to try to cut through all the BS and get through the nitty gritty. And I feel like in a lot of ways, some of you don't have like family support or anything like that. I feel like people depend on you to have all the answers, and perhaps you don't have all the answers, okay? I feel like maybe a couple of you may have been adopted, and it's going to be the same thing. It's a family of choice or a bloodline, but you still have ancestors that are showing up for you, that are coming to help support and guide you, even though you felt like at your coldest moment there was just no one there. And it's all about you seeking the truth. Some of you may have actually been in the military or are currently in the military, and you could be high ranking, just like this person is right now. See a little bit more about where this goes, okay? Now, if you're not in the military or anything like that, it just can simply mean, again, that you definitely are someone who cuts to the quick. You want the answers, and you don't mess around. Let's see if I can get these guys to stand up. It might be an entire house of cards literally just toppling over. Oh, okay. So this reinforces military. I think perhaps your family had military connections as well. If you yourself are not in the military, I feel especially like this one young man over here who is a support to you, who helps you to have that strength, even when you feel weary, when things are just going really, really tough, that maybe I cannot do it. I feel like this young man is telling you, yes, you can. I did it. I understand the battle, and I'm with you as well. Okay. And even if you're not like decorated, highly decorated, or anything like that, I do feel like you have a dream and a wish, because this is literally the card that says wishing upon a star, and a desire, just something that's higher, of a higher calling than most people, than other people. I feel like this person, your ancestor, is saying, you know what, I had a similar dream and a desire, and people around me didn't support it. I was always by myself. I just felt alone. And this person understands you, okay? This ancestor is saying, you know what, I get you, and we have the same dream. And I understand your battle. I know your fight. I know your blood, your sweat, your tears, even though it feels like it's fragmented from your family and they don't understand you. Perhaps your current family, okay? This person does. Let's see what else we have for pile number 2. Yay. So 6 of Wands, this is victory. And of course, this is my zombie tarot. But this traditionally is victory. I kind of see victory twice, even with this young man in his silence and just not divulging at a lot of plans. I feel like you've been held separate or separated from other people. Yes, through choice. I get that. Also, through maybe sharp words and sharp action, that you just don't mess around. And that's placed you in a position where it's really hard for other people to be around that sometimes. But also I feel like you've been separated and held aside for something that's going to be incredibly powerful, like life-changing, that's going to help a multitude of people, that you're going to get ahead and have victory in spite of all the naysayers, people that don't understand and that are even attempting to hold you back. I feel like even potentially the job that you're at now is something that, even if it's not the military, it could feel like monotony. Okay, like I have to do XYZ every day, XYZ, on and on. Kind of like it's a format, it's under control, it's unwavering and you forge ahead to continue to do this, but really you're just seeking clarity and you're gonna get it, okay? I feel like you want to go after your passions. This is a nod to the sacral chakra in the lower plexus. The solar plexus. So chakra 2 and 3, if you'd like to do a little bit of research on that. But I feel like you are going to, if you're not even currently, you are very much held high in esteem. You're very well esteemed is what I'm trying to say. And also that your ancestors like are coming collectively to come be the balm in your soul and to help you. I do feel like you're going to have some time to kind of not cool down, that just sounds wrong, but like calm down. Like not everything is a battle anymore, that things are improving, things are getting better for you. And so I think that they are really jumping in there to help you with this so that you can have a little bit of reprieve as we all fall down, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what better way to do them to feature that, but this isn't the best. Okay. We're just gonna let that stay right there. So what else are we getting? Now these are entirely different cards. These are the soul, what are they called? Soul cards too. Soul cards too, yeah. So your ancestors are saying you are really tough. You are still growing. I feel like your mind is expanding with awareness that they are really facilitating and striving hard to support you in. So even though you feel alone, your consciousness is really growing, elevating, and changing. And a lot of it has to do with the epiphanies that your ancestors are giving you, that they're helping you, that things of old that have been planted, that perhaps you're the one to have the birth of the creation, basically. Because it could be basically like a dream that you wanted so bad. I feel like it's affiliated with music for some of you as well. But it's a dream that was long ago planted, ingrained, and now you are finally realizing like how to get that dream to manifest into the real world, into the 3D, okay? But prior to even rolling tape, I'm so old-fashioned, I did hear a lot of music before, and I just thought that's really interesting. This has got to pertain to someone, right? Let's see if this holds still. All right, the next soul card. Here we go. Look at that. So this is almost like your ancestors saying, you know what? It's going to feel like you're completely detached, like you have... I mean, look at all the buds growing. This is what we saw in the other image of that flower budding from the brain. But you're going to be so abundant with ideas and thoughts. That's going to lead you straight to victory. Exactly what you want for your life. Your ancestors are saying we want it for you too. Sometimes you might be so elated that you might feel a disconnect with your body, okay? That might be something that you want to watch out for, but you are definitely growing, and these ideas continue to grow and bloom. And know that they're just not only your ideas, they are ideas of your ancestors as well. I'm getting people that like to dance as far as your ancestors go, and you might even feel like that lightheartedness, like a desire to dance, or like some movement is happening around you, because I feel like you do feel these people around you to encourage and support, and I feel like it's coming from this crowd, okay? So that is what I'm getting here. Let's see if we can make this all not fall down. You guys ever play Jenga? I kind of feel like I'm in a game of Jenga. Okay. So what else do we have? Pile 1. So here we go. We have the King of Wands. This is moving into a very, very different phase. This is knowing that you have roots in a support system, even to the unseen eye, that your ancestors are helping you, that you've come a long, long way from a land that was just barren and there was just a lot of nothingness going on there. You can tame your inner wildness at this point, and with all of those ideas that are blooming, I feel like you're going to wind up working for yourself, pursuing different things, getting a different kind of a job or hobby that really elevates you, makes you feel victorious, makes you feel recognized. I feel like this could be standing in front of people and having speeches or songs, or I don't know, even dancing, okay? I obviously don't know your life, but this is going to be something, you'll know what it is because it's very passionate and very driven. And yet I feel like you're holding kind of like the hand of this ancestor and just being a little bit silent about things, pragmatic, holding things in check and not really saying a lot, okay? But music can really help you at this time also to elevate your game and help you to get out of any energy that feels unstuck. All right, a lot of growth I see there for you as well. A lot of happiness. Oh my gosh, how can I put that down? This is also a Leo card, a lot of like recognition. Okay, so pile number one, people looking at you, recognizing you, kind of going, what is he or she up to? What are they doing? And look at you coming out pretty, just really self-confident, comfortable in your own skin. I feel like this battle of the mind is has been waged from long ago, and now you're finally making peace with things, feeling comfort. You're going to be victorious and recognized. Something about recognition, maybe some of your family doesn't want to recognize you, that you're part of the family, anything like that. Look at this. This is like being wealthy or content just by your own rights and your own means. You don't rely on anyone. And this is about being very comfortable again in your own skin and not having that fire to want to chop off everything that's in sight that doesn't feel right, sound right, smell right, okay, which is where you're at right now, which is fine. I think we all go through that, and there's a reason and a season for everything. But your ancestors want to know abundance is right around the corner. They're orchestrating it. The people that you're currently meeting and your opportunities are divinely guided. It's not just by happenstance. And also, they want to recognize your hard work. You're definitely divinely supported by your ancestors, and very much loved. And so just know that if you're feeling lonely or kind of like separated from your family or your community, just know that you're very well loved and taken care of, and pretty soon, very soon, you're going to feel all of this abundance. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. That is pile number one. Thank you, and let's move on. Hi, pile number two. So this is, well, anyways, these are the ancestors that are showing up for you right now. And of course, it doesn't have to be necessarily a little old lady in an old school attire, anything like that. It could represent anyone energetically that just feels that way. Now, once again, it doesn't have to be people that you knew in this lifetime. Ancestors come from way back when. So there's probably a lot of people in that ancestry pool that many of you are not familiar with. Hi, including myself, okay? If the energy fits, then excellent. Let's see if we can get these girls to stand up. Not so much, huh? Okay. Well, we'll do the best we can here. So, first message out. 3 of Wands, okay? So I feel like you have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I feel like you're waiting for maybe cooperation, for people to kind of pick up whatever cogs, whatever wheels, whatever tools they need to help you, okay? And whatever, whatever battle you're in. If you look here, I feel like once upon a time you felt very supported, that things were going smoothly and things were going well, maybe even easy. Like you were kind of not blind, but a little bit oblivious. I think now you're having a really hard time. There's a lot of anxiety. I'm getting a lot of energy on the right side of my head. And that to me tells me that that is on the money for you people that chose pile number 2. I'm getting people that are working in a theater that want cooperation, collaboration. They want to break down these fences. They don't want to be fenced in anymore. They want what they want, which is actually the people on the other side. So it could be that you're just tired and you're waiting for this separation, this collective pause in the universe, in the world, globally, however you want to put it, okay? And I keep seeing in my mind, like here, like almost like an exit sign, you're looking for a way out. but it's just a lot of waiting and waiting and waiting. And I feel like that has really served to frustrate some of you, put you in a position where you definitely don't, I mean, there's an air of impatience and expectation. You're just wondering, when the heck is that waiting going to end, okay? Next thing I have here is you just want fairness. You want justice to be served, justice to prevail. You are in the middle of weighing between mind and heart, and you just want things to be really, really balanced. Right now, you are totally leading with your mind, and logically, you're looking at things saying, when is this waiting going to be over? When am I going to get mine? When am I going to get justice? Is it even right that I have to do things a certain way like this, maybe all by myself, and I don't have like a team? Perhaps you're having to work from home, or perhaps you're having to not work at all. And you're just really trying to figure things out and balance the heart here, okay? I think it is a good thing to be using your mind right now rather than your heart. It's almost like this judge is nodding. He's making a nod towards the brain right here. And this right here, this heart always to me seems like a rat almost with a little tail right here. But I feel like being led with your heart, and that is going to lead to more anxiety and everything else. And so that can really have a negative, I guess, effect on you at this point that we really don't want, okay? And I feel like you, see if these stand because they have not wanted to. I feel like you have these two little souls back here supporting you, guiding you, trying to help you to balance things out logically. And they're saying, you know what, we had to wait too. We had to wait a lot. One of them just said we had to wait for dinner. So I don't know. But once again, this is like ancestors of way long ago. So you may or may not be in tune with who they are. So I think that's really sweet. I think you might even feel them around. Maybe by a little cool breeze and a feeling of calm, and maybe even occasionally hear a giggle. Now, I have here the Hermit card, which really falls in line with the Three of Wands here. This is about you going into yourself, looking at your past, gaining introspection. That doesn't fit. Gaining wisdom from introspection is what I mean. I feel like this is a time for you to take a time out and really rest it up. I think that even the blue sofa, the couch, you're giving your voice a break. If you are a voice actress, I don't know what they're called, or if you are just someone in theater, I keep getting theater. Also, this is something that you could just be wanting to relax and enjoy your moments, or watch a movies you want to watch, journal, watch TV, read your books, anything like that, okay? And that you're trying really hard to focus on everything except what's coming through the bars, like the zombies here. And you're trying to be optimistic, but you're really diving deep to get a spiritual enlightenment or a form of like wisdom that just hasn't been available to you thus far. I think you are enjoying this relaxation point, but when you disengage from whatever material captures your attention at the moment, I do feel like you have that anxiety, okay? I feel like anxiety is a little off the charts. That anticipation can lead to anxiety. Now, one thing that your ancestors are saying is it's going to be really good for you to go ahead and ground yourself. If you don't know how to do that, one of the easiest ways is go ahead and take your shoes off and put them in the grass. I know it sounds really weird, but that's what I do. It's going to help stabilize and ground those energies for you, okay? Another thing that I'm getting right now is that perhaps you're in a time or in a frame of mind, frame of heart, whatever you want to call it, that you're actually praying and you are really focused on trying to get your messages out to God, to spirit, to whomever, your higher self. And I feel like your ancestors are like supporting that. They're like, you know what? We need to help my person. We need to take care of my person because they're part of my tribe. I do feel like you're a little bit different than people in your family. I think that, you know, we're all growing and evolving, and yes, that's true. But I feel like you wear your heart on your sleeve, like your emotions, and you speak a lot about how you feel. Okay. This can cause, I'm getting a lot of confirmation on my crown chakra. This can cause some people to just kind of pull back, not be sure how to handle you. But I think it's a really healthy thing. And I think that maybe it's caused you some pain in the past. And so your ancestors want to say, you know what, we're here with you. I understand that sometimes this brings up a wall between you and other people, but continue like showing people the way, showing people how to really work from heart space, how to work from a team spirit kind of a space. Um, Very nurturing, very gentle, very loving, very maternal. Okay, I do feel there is a lady, obviously there's a lady here, but a female energy, feminine energy echoed here. Could be one or two that are really by your side, giving you um, those waves of like love, or that desire to look at things from a loving perspective, and you've never forgotten that. That's just ingrained, wow, that's a word now. You're welcome. Ingrained in you. Okay. And I think it's really quite beautiful what you do. I think that you are very spiritual and spiritually in tune. At least now you are. And your ancestors are like, you know what, you could just connect with simply prayer. Light a candle if you want and pray, or connect and meditate, and I'm here for you. Okay. I see this lady right here again, maternal. I feel like maternal side of the family, perhaps a grandmother, great grandmother, mother, something like that. And I feel like this person didn't necessarily give you a lot of love, a lot of support, but she was like always there for you, like taking care of your immediate needs, that kind of a vibe. Okay, but there is a lot of love there, and I'm hearing I always loved how giving you were, and I'm sorry I couldn't be more supportive. Um, and look at this. I feel like perhaps even when you were young, you used to like to paint, play in the forest, both. Something with watercolors for some of you. Some of you were really fascinated by the stars themselves and just had this dream, and you were just different than other people. Very colorful. I'm saying very whimsical kind of a child growing up. And I think that a lot of that had to do with dreams that were instilled in you even by your ancestors and supported. Okay, I think that you went in to check in a lot to see how you were feeling, to what it is that you really wanted to accomplish at any point in time. And I think you've always had your roots, a deep connection with your roots and your ancestors, and with the ability to get your own messages. That's really cool, actually. See, I don't think this is gonna stay. This is like, is it Jenga? I don't play games, but I think it's called Jenga. Anyways, moving on here. Look at that. So this is the Tower. Okay, this is a sudden, kind of like spirit just waking you up all of a sudden in the middle of the night. Those times when you wake up startled and shocked because you actually had an epiphany. It's one of those moments. So I don't think that it's going to be like your house is going to burn down or anything like that. But I do feel like something that you kind of counted on, something that has always been there of old, perhaps a hierarchy or something like that, is going to come crumbling down in your eyes. It could be symbolic, like maybe you've always looked at the matriarch or patriarch of the family, and you find something out about it that isn't quite as stoic as you thought, or as honorable, or whatever the case may be. Okay, this is having the rug yanked out from under your feet, and is gonna be a good thing. Okay, look at all these messages from spirit. Hang on tight. Spirit is gonna give you a ton of messages. Your ancestors are supporting you. And when all of this smoke clears, all of this blackness clears, you're going to see the reason why. Oh, what? Look, stop. Now, when I shuffled, I didn't look at any of these guys, and I am pleased to show you. Look, the star, you're going to get your wish. You're going to get your support. You're not going to feel like you're waiting any longer. The time has arrived. Okay, so just be encouraged that your ancestors are with you. Even more encouraged that you can hear them. And perhaps some of you can even see them, okay? I'm really excited for you. I'm glad that you are someone that works from a heart space already. This is a very healing and gentle and loving card. This is a very, I am naked before you. What you see is really and truly what you get. I wear my heart on my sleeve, like my emotions. When I love fiercely. And when I'm sad, everyone knows about it. But I'm real, and you are definitely a light for the rest of us to emulate. I hope I said that word correctly, but to imitate, okay? And so this is also just a deep connection to Mother Earth and to water. So it might even behoove you to get some spiritual cleanses. Do like a spiritual bath to help you clear out the anxiety of the waiting and stuff like that, okay? So I hope that that helps. With that, we're gonna move on. Thanks. Hi there, pile number 3. So here we are, ready to do your ancestral reading. And first thing I want to tell you is I do feel like this young boy belongs more to your paternal side of the family. He may have been a little bit spicy. He's the kind of kid that's going to say whatever's on his mind. He doesn't care if you're the adult. He might be a little bit pouty or sulky. Perhaps he was someone that got in a little bit of trouble, but he overall was a good kid, just a little bit intense and not very well understood. I feel like more like an uncle vibe from this child. But again, your ancestors pulling through are not necessarily going to be people that you knew. Could be people that you knew of, okay? Including family of choice. So, moving on. I do feel like this is more the maternal side of the family. And I'm getting more like an aunt or a sister that was older than you that is crossed over. And I feel like more like an uncle or an uncle vibe, uncle by marriage, that kind of a thing. So it didn't have to be, it could even be like, yes, it was a cousin, but they felt more like an uncle or aunt, something like that. That's what I'm feeling anyways. And obviously I have to intuit these messages as well as channel information as it is given to me. So, Page of Hazards, okay? I feel like this is you. You've been waiting for a long time. I feel like you've been waiting, perhaps even get messages from your own, on your own, from your own ancestors. You've done some reading, some studying, some wondering when is it going to happen. I have you chained to the mailbox. And this is really about you not going anywhere. You're like, I'm determined. I'm going to get my messages. And I am I'm damned if I'm going to leave my post. I'm always going to be like watching out to see if I get those messages. I'm going to put this behind because this isn't working. Both boys want to fall down, you guys. So I feel like perhaps you could have been in prayer mode as well, which is great. Perhaps just praying to God or to whomever that you really connect with, your higher self, to really be able to get messages from dear ones. It could be also a child that even has passed, maybe a child in like a child that you had, and you've been praying and thinking, I'm just going to get messages, I'm going to get them myself, I'll figure it out. Do you feel like you've been searching a long time, waiting on the internet, waiting for some answers that have not been forthcoming, and maybe you banged your head along the way, feeling like you're getting nowhere at different point in time, okay? So that's one thing that I'm getting. Here we go. I'm not surprised to see this. This is a double card, of course, and this is all about addiction, obsession. I can't let it go. I can't give it up. You are on a quest to get messages, to get information, and you're not letting up, okay? And this is about, even if it's behind a glass wall or a glass case like this, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to wind up getting what it is that I need. in order to get the answers that I want, okay? I feel like it has a lot to do with maybe your childhood, your stability, you're seeking answers still. Here's more cobwebs. It could be that you put out a lot to get information perhaps on your own ancestry and you're waiting, and it just seems like what you've gotten isn't enough or not the entire story. You're waiting for other people to join that ancestry.com or whatever you want to call it. That's another possibility, but I feel like whatever it is, you just want the answers, and it's kept you trapped in a lot of ways. Now, right now, you want to be careful that you yourself are the master of your desire, your focus, that no one else is, or nothing else is really dominating you, because this could be something that causes you to go through cycles in loops over and over again in a way that's unhealthy, like you cannot give it up. This kid cannot even leave his post to put on a different pair of pants that are not like high waters. Can you have shorts that are high waters? I don't know. But shorts that fit him better, okay? I don't know what the deal is. But basically, it's like a dog wearing a bone and you cannot let things go. And it's reached a state where it's not healthy, okay? It is definitely an obsession. Perhaps you are looking on YouTube a lot for, I don't know, for other messages from your ancestors, okay? Here is the Emperor, and I feel like this is current events, the global events, let's just say. I feel like you've been locked out and barricaded and had fences thrown up unexpectedly, and people, maybe places have shut down where you were seeking information from, like your family, as if you don't know who your family of origin is, if you were adopted or something like that, or if you have a child that's adopted. Everything is shut down and it's just really thrown you for a loop. You still have ghosts that are like, well, they're really zombies coming out from behind this, but it's a very like stoic person. The person is not going to give in an inch. They're like, we're closed, we don't function right now, you can't come in, whatever. They have this child protected. So it could be maybe somebody was in CPS, Child Protective Services, something like that, that you had to give up your child, or you yourself were given up. And the industry, whatever this is talking about, is just really putting up every roadblock possible. And now with the state of events, the way things are, that excuse is being used not to give you what it is that you want and what you are seeking, okay? But fear not. I do feel like you're going to have things. Door is coming unhinged. I mean, it's coming down, okay? The outmoded and the old way of doing things are pretty much over. Number 4 is for establishments. It's for stability. And it's just really loosely boarded up, okay? This person doesn't even see that those zombies are about to grab that kid any minute. And so I just feel like the past is just catching up with everyone, and you're pretty soon going to be able to get the answers that you want, okay? Interesting. If you can please like, share, comment, subscribe if you like this, I would really appreciate it. Also, I'm really curious if this is your storyline, if you could share your story. I'm actually kind of intrigued. The other ones felt really straightforward. But if you're involved in a situation where your child was taken or you were taken from someone, I am really invested in this storyline, okay? So moving on, I have here, it's the cooperation of the universe. It is the star. You have that one dream. It is the universe conspiring to help you achieve what it is that you want, and it is that unity, those messages, that mailbox, that information, that piece of information that you desperately want, that links everything together, however that fits your story, okay? I feel like it's divinely guided. I do feel like there are people on the other side of this, like adoption or whatever, and those ancestors coming forward to navigate and help you as well. All right. There is a lot of support, a lot of individuals that you cannot see right now, and through networking that you are finding each other slowly but surely, and it is in divine timing. It's not our timing, which I'm a Leo. I have no patience whatsoever. It's really hard for me to accept that, but here we are. Don't fall, please. I don't like this. Okay. Next message. Get that right in the center. I feel like this person is almost like looking down, like, what is it that I have now to show for all this? Or what have I done? A lot of regret, some sadness, some depression. I feel like you're being lifted out of that depression. You will be getting news that's going to really illuminate all of this, so you won't feel so bad. I feel like even this person is playing with the sands of time. It could be that you have your old school hourglass, little, not toy, but you know what I'm, the kind that you flip, old school, and it just like drains. It's like you're looking at the sands of time, like how much time has to go by before I get answers that I need, that I get what I really pertains to me. Maybe it's like a maternity paternity test. It's gonna be different for all of you, but I do feel like this is like family. You're trying to find your place in your family somehow, okay? And the sands of time just seem, it's like I'm getting older, and what's happening here? Maybe you feel bad about what you have done in the past. If you've had a child taken from by CPS, or perhaps you were a child that told on your parents, and that's why you were taken away. However the storyline fits, I see a lot of ghosts in this person's mind. I'm going to see if this can pick it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see, almost like people here. And I feel like you have a lot of memories that cause you a lot of sorrow, that when you sit down and think about it, it's just very painful. And if that story rings true to you, then I'm really so sorry. It's, you know, I'm sorry about all the pain that you've had. It is unfortunate and terrible. And I think that you've gone through a lot of cycles of depression and trying to lift yourself up and get answers, and even get the recognition that you deserve and that you need, or answers simply. But I do think that that time is slowly going to pass. Your depression is going to lift because you will be getting answers here. Okay, try not to self-torture yourself. There's so many choices and options, is what you're saying. So many choices and options. In this case, I'm going to tell you, ask your guides to really be there for you. Ask your guides to show you exactly where to look. Not everything that pops out of a cup belongs to you. That's not your storyline, okay? Ask them to show you exactly, in an unwavering manner, that this is where you need to look, or this is who you need to contact, or however that goes. Whatever these choices and options, narrow them down with logic and a methodical manner, and you will be okay. All right. And your last card I have is Commitment, the Hierophant. This is old school. Church can have, maybe a church has some answers for you. Maybe they have some records for you that you can look through. Maybe somebody who is involved in a church or a church-like place can really help and assist you. That's going to unlock the keys that you've been waiting on, and perhaps even prayer and meditation is going to help unlock some other keys. It could be one in one, but I do feel like you're getting what you want with this card. You may have to go through 2 establishments in order to get what you need, okay? So I hope that that helps you. And even this person has a little lamb here. I think that's really neat. I feel like that's just even the memory of what you are so hanging on to, and the answers that you want. But so with that, I hope that this made sense to you. Much love to you, and thank you so much for viewing. And let me know if this resonated. Much love. Bye.